If a neighbour makes a change to a property that somebody doesn't like, then the first port of call really is to go to the local authority and have a word with them and see from a planning context whether the person has got planning permission for what they've done or what they're proposing to do. If it's to do with things like trees or cutting down of hedges, it's worth speaking to the local authority just to see if those trees are protected or if there's any kind of preservation order on them. If the trees happen to be dangerous, which often they can be, then it may be that the local authority then can take action because they can actually have powers in relation to dangerous trees, so they'd be able to sort that out. Also, it's worth approaching a lawyer because the lawyer can then have a look, particularly if it's something to do with something that's being built or to do with a boundary dispute. It may be that you don't need planning because it could be that it's something that's covered by what's called permitted development rights. So there's various things you can do to a property that don't actually require you to get planning permission. You need to be very careful though, because those permitted development rights sometimes don't apply to certain properties, and also they can be removed in certain areas. So you do need to just check what you can and can't do. Our research has shown that about 1 in 3 people have actually had a disagreement with their neighbours in relation to work that they've carried out to properties that their neighbours have done. What's quite surprising is that about 81% of people weren't really aware of what they could do about that and what rights they had and how they could complain about what their neighbours had done. If you get involved in a dispute with your neighbour, then obviously if you can try and resolve it between you and in an amicable fashion, that's obviously always going to be the best course of action. If you obviously can't get to a resolution with them in an amicable fashion, then really it is one where you probably need to approach a lawyer, go through all the facts, and then the lawyer will then take it up and speak to their lawyer about it. You know, worst case scenario, these things can end up in court if they continue and nobody can agree the issues. If people need more information, they can look at our website, which is slatergordon.co.uk. There's more information around the research, and there's various blogs and pieces of extra information on there.